Sugar City Morning Show.
Muy buenos dias. Oh, good morning to all of that. Good morning. A most lovely, beautiful, and great Friday morning, folks. It's a wonderful, beautiful morning, a wonderful day. We thank the good Lord for this day that He have given us, for the breath that we are breathing this morning, for the health and strength. To one and all out there, we say good morning and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. My name is Robert Checker Usher with you today, hoping all is fine and great with you out there this morning. And we present the Sugar City Morning Show right here from Orange Walk, coming to you from San Lorenzo Road. That's from the Ignacio Vega Boulevard right here in Orange Walk, right in front of the IT vet and adjacent to Bishop Martin High School. So want to say good morning to everyone through this length and breadth of the jewel of ours that we call Belize. And yes, it is a jewel. We'd like to say good luck to the folks who are doing the kayaking. Yes, good morning to you all the best. Hope that everything will go well. We have a big weekend coming up. Today is Teachers Day. We say good morning to all teachers and happy Teachers Day to you all this morning. Folks, Emmanuel is off today. He's off today, but we want to make sure that he's okay. So we want to say good morning to Emmanuel and hope that everything is great and fine with you. And trust that all will go well. We will be having a special show this morning. We have some friends from the BMDC right here to talk to us about some very important issue that comes up. Also, we'd like to remind you all and congratulate all teachers that went to the Radisson and had fun last night. Fun in a very funful way, and thanks to the Radisson as well. Folks, we will be having Pastor Ann with us this morning as well. So I'm trying to link up with Pastor Ann at this time, because Pastor Ann will be giving us a little prayer this morning. And apart from the prayer that Pastor Ann will be giving us this morning, she will be sending out some tips for you all over for the weekend. And I think we have Pastor Ann on the line. Hello, good morning, Pastor Ann.
Good morning. What a beautiful morning it is here in Orange Walk, isn't it?
It is, Pastor Ann. Usually we do a prayer in the morning. Emmanuel is off today, so I want to ask you to grace us with that prayer, and we can have a slight little discussion about some things that are happening around. So I want to ask you to grace us with that special prayer.
Amen. Let's go in prayer this morning as we pray and uplift our nation in prayer this morning. Shall we pray? Almighty God, we stand before you this morning. First of all, Lord, to just thank you for blessing us with such a beautiful day. We thank you, oh God, that you blessed us with this day, a day that we can call our own and rejoice in it. Father, we dedicate this moment to you. We dedicate the program to you, oh God. And we ask you to take full control. And we ask you, oh God, to bless this nation. Bless Belize, oh God. I pray for peace and repentance. I even bless the nation of Israel, Jerusalem, because Lord, you said when we bless that nation, we are blessed. So on behalf of Belize, we bless the nation of Israel. We pray, oh God, for our Prime Minister. Continue to bless him with wisdom. Continue to heal him. The people, Lord, the people of this nation, I pray, oh God, that they will come to their senses and know that you are God. You are Christ, the true Messiah. And Lord, we bless you as we ask you to take full controls, even across our borders, even the confusion. Lord, you said, whosoever removed the landmark of a neighbor will be cursed. And we can see it, oh God. We can see it. And I pray that Guatemala will come to their senses, and every other borders, north, south, east, and west, will all come to their senses and know that Belize is a nation whose God is Lord, and there's no other gods before you. And we thank you, Almighty God. We ask you, Father, to bless Robert and his staff and his programs, oh God, that it will be able to minister the truth into the ears of all the ones that are listening. We bless you, God, in the mighty name of Yeshua Messiah we pray. And all of God's people say, Amen. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Pastor Ann. You mentioned about the conflicts at the border, but what do you believe, we go further than Belize, what is happening as we see that this conflict with the U.S. and North Korea, and they cannot get to, to a conclusion, and we have other things happening in Israel and all over the world. What is calling all these deeds, Anne?
What's happening, Robert? Scriptures have to be fulfilled. The Word of God tells us that there will be nations against nations. And this is exactly what we're seeing. When we look at the nation of Israel, we see where the Jews are finally coming to their senses, and some of them are acknowledging that Jesus Christ is the true Messiah. So what is happening? Scriptures is being fulfilled, and nations is rising against nation. But whosoever remains faithful until the end, those are the ones that will be chosen. And I pray this morning that the nations that are going through all the confusions and the turmoils and the chaos, that they will eventually come to their senses. America is supposedly the exemplary nation that is a nation under God. But look what's happening in America. They are condoning, churches are agreeing to change the statements and phrases, man and woman. It's now, each other. It's no longer considered as husband and wife, but each other. This God-ordained marriage between a man and a woman. Now that has been changed, where it's a same-sex marriage. That's a strike against America. You cannot say that you're God, under God, a nation under God, and doing things contrary to what God says. Israel, we look at Israel. The Word of God speaks about Israel. The Word of God tells us that whosoever bless Israel will be blessed. Whosoever cursed Israel will be cursed. Israel needs to make some serious decision. They need to come back into worshiping Christ, the true Messiah. So until that happens, they will experience the turmoils, and the nations will be against Israel. But one thing I can assure you, that no one will be able to touch Israel. God has his eyes and hands over Israel. Now coming back to Belize, we look at Belize with our neighboring country, Guatemala. It's been going on for a while, and now what's going on, the people in the political arena are using this to distract the minds of the people. Now Belize is an independent nation. Belize truly does not really have to go to the ICJ, because Belize is already an independent nation. As I prayed for Belize, and the Holy Spirit feel, we do not have to go to the ICJ to settle this matter. But if we go to the ICJ, this will be the final verdict. Guatemala will have no other claims over Belize. It doesn't matter who sits in there. It doesn't matter who voted for Belize's independence and who did not. Belize is a nation that believes in God. Belize will be for Belize. And once and for all, if it goes to the ICJ, it's going to shut the Guatemalans up, and Belize will be Belize the way it should be. I said before, Guatemala is posted all over, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook or whatever, that Belize is for Guatemala. Let's reverse psychology. Let us hold a banner at the border and say Guatemala is for Belize. And the reason why we will say Guatemala is for Belize is because Belize believe in God, and Belize is declaring Guatemala and Mexico to start believing in God. And when we start doing things in a godly fashion and take the politics out of it, the devious behavior from politicians and the backstabbing, and we have to watch Belize. Even though Belize is a nation who loves God, God can get angry at our behavior when we are doing things contrary also to him. So I believe we are in a great, rude awakening, and we are seeing, as the Word of God says, the beginning of the end times. We don't know when the end times will be, but we are seeing evidence that the end times are near. It is coming. So what do? We need to be prepared. We need to be prepared, and the way we can be prepared is to love God with all of our heart, our soul and mind, love ourselves, and love others. And once we do that, we will fulfill all great 10 commandments. Because when Jesus Christ died on the cross for each and every one of our sins across this world, he did not diminish the law. The law still stands. But praise God, we are saved by grace. And his grace is sufficient. So I pray that people will come to their senses.
And I want to ask you, you are raising some very important points that we are not hearing from the people who are advocating to go or not to go. As you rightly say, we don't have to go to the ICJ because we know it's our land, but when we go to the ICJ, that should be the final step. I want to invite you to come on the show sometime next week for us to discuss some of these very important points, Anne.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm available and ready because this is what the Word of God said. Be ready in season and out of season. Come on, let's do it.
Let's do it on Wednesday morning, Anne.
Wednesday morning it is, my brother.
7:15. 7:15. And apart from that, Anne, today is Teachers' Day, and also the kids are out of school today, and they won't be back in school until Tuesday. What's your message to the teachers and the kids and parents that will be having the kids out of school right up until Tuesday?
All right, teachers, first of all, I want to bless you guys. I want to bless all the teachers across this nation. I also want to pray that they will come to their senses also. There have been too much going on, and, you know, with the union, the teachers' union, the politicians, the parents, again, you see confusion, you see division. Teachers, come to your senses. As I presented to your workshop one last year, I said we cannot demand anything from the nation if our homes is not in order. A lot of teachers are out there who are hooked on drugs, who are hooked on alcohol, who are hooked on pornography, who are hooked on adultery. You know, come to your senses, teachers. Come to your senses. It's not about competition. It's not about winning. It's not about power. It's about self. It's about your peace, the inner peace within you. So I pray for our teachers. Teachers, you're doing a great job, but then you have to balance it. I pray and ask God to bless them. For the students that will be out, you know, don't get hooked on these video games and locked in. There's so much beautiful things out there that can be creative in your own backyard. As a matter of fact, today I'm taking my two little boys along with a couple other children from church. We're taking them to Honey Camp to let them know and find the peace of God in other things. You know, to just enjoy nature, to enjoy the sound of the birds, to see the beauty of God's creation, the lagoon, you know, the wildlife. There's other beauties out there, and I pray for safety and guidance. I know Toledo is having their Cacao Fest this weekend.
Right.
People will be on the road. You know, be sober-minded. Parents Against Drunk Drivers, pray for you guys, and be sober-minded. That, you know, in that region, a lot of people commute on those little scooters and motorcycles. Be careful. You know, we need to start disciplining our children. Teach them to tell the truth. Teach them to be honest. Teach them not to steal. And, you know, when we spend time in teaching them about the love of Christ and bring back prayer and the principles, biblical principles into the homes, we will see a difference in our schools. So I just want to bless our teachers, our students this morning, and ask God to give them wisdom, literally wisdom.
Yeah. And before you go off, you mentioned something that I would like to touch. PAD, whatever happened to PAD? We saw when PAD was initiated, we saw a lot of vigilance around, and it was doing something very good for our community. Whatever happened to PAD?
PAD is still there but dormant. It is so sad that used everything to go across this nation to bring people sober-minded and alert. They received it, they copied it, they did not say thank you, and the Road Safety Committee is now across the nation, so PAD was just kicked aside.
Wow.
But you know what? I am not giving up. I pray that PAD will come back, and people will share the vision with me and the resources so that we can go back out there and get our hands out. We can get our flyers. We can get little reminders. We can get our family fun day in August that we normally did, because PAD had a family fun day where we recognize victims, families that lost family members in road traffic accident due to drunk drivers. And I pray that PAD will come back into society. It's dormant. It's still there, but dormant. And, it's still hanging on, still have a little life, because as you guys know that I am the founder and director of Parents Against Drunk Drivers. So I'm praying for resources.
Yeah.
It's a handful, but you know what? We can do it. Together we can do it.
Yeah. Well, Anne, everything that you said this morning, every word has a great meaning. They are very strong and powerful. I want to wish yourself and the kids the best on your trip today, but also I'm doing a reminder to let's do a talk on Wednesday morning, 7:15, right here on the same station, all right?
Yes. Consider it done. May God bless Belize, and I pray for world repentance so we can start experiencing world peace. God bless you too, Robert. God bless.
Okay. Once again, folks, that was Pastor Ann blessing us this morning, gracing us with that special prayer this morning, and all those words of encouragement. Very, very powerful words. Everything she has said, each word are important, they are strong, and they are very powerful. And her perspective of the Belize Guatemala issue is a lot different from what a lot of us are hearing. And we need people like this to come and talk to the community, talk to the nation, for us to know exactly what's the right way when it comes to going to the ICJ. And I won't elaborate on it much because Anne is going to be here on Wednesday, and then we will go into that. But right now we will check in with the Belize Met Service for today's weather forecast. We got the DAC coming up, and we have the BMDC coming up. We will be discussing very important points there. The general weather forecast for today, Friday, the 18th day of May 2018, is as follows. It says the general situation, improving weather conditions are expected over our area during the next 24 to 48 hours. The 24-hour forecast, sunny with a few cloudless spells today and partly cloudy tonight. Showers will be isolated except for a few showers or isolated thunderstorms, mostly over northern and inland areas today. The winds are blowing east at 5 to 15 knots. The sea stayed choppy. Let's take a look at the temperatures for today. In the coast, it's 31 degrees Celsius, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland, look at this, 36 Celsius, 96 degrees in the shade. 96 degrees Fahrenheit today, folks, and in the hills it will be cooler because it's going to be 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's take a look at the temperatures for tonight. In the coast, 27 Celsius, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland, 23 Celsius, 74 Fahrenheit. And in the hills, 21 Celsius, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. There is no advisories, no alerts, no watches, no warnings. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for mainly fair weather with only isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms developing. And folks, that's a brief report from the Belize Met Service right here on Universal Radio. The time is now 22 minutes. Yeah, no puede hacer eso, no puede hacer eso en español, está muy duro, pero la gente ya sabe que estamos hablando. Vamos a tener buen sol hoy, todo va a estar claro, no tenemos lluvia, pero vamos a ver cómo se va a pasar todo. Right, so yeah, so folks, on that note, we will take a short break and we will be back right after these commercial messages.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walktown. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Did you know that if you are an owner or operator providing accommodation for cash purposes to any local or foreign guest, regardless of its location in the country, you are required by law to register with the Registrar Hotels at the Belize Tourism Board? Did you know that Section 27(1) of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, Chapter 285 of the Substantial Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2011, makes it mandatory for you to register with the BTB? For further information, please contact the BTB by email, telephone, or fax.
You might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine.
Las tiendas A&R orgullosamente anuncian la llegada de un gran surtido de artículos justo a tiempo para el mes de mayo, mes dedicado especialmente para celebrar y honrar a nuestras queridas madrecitas. Si buscas fragancias, electrónicos para el cabello, electrónicos para el cuidado de cabello, relojes de mano o artículos para el desarrollo físico, no busques más. A&R lo tiene todo. Y si buscas sobrecamas en todas medidas, toallas, cortinas para habitación o baño, juegos de olla, contenedores para basura y muchos artículos más para el hogar, una simple visita a A&R lo resuelve todo. Tiendas A&R, donde el gran surtido y los mejores precios hacen toda la diferencia. Visítanos en cualquiera de nuestras tiendas: Corozal, Orange Walk, Ciudad Belice, Belmont, San Ignacio, Dangriga, San Pedro y ahora en Ladyville.
They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Fresh in range, a colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. The time is exactly 7:30, and we're here with you. Expect the doc to join us sometime in the show. But this morning, folks, we have representative for the BMDC right here with us today, and we will be discussing some very important points. You know, when it comes to local products, not only selling the local products, not only distributing local products, but of course, promoting the local products and their brands. We must congratulate them for that. And this morning we have with us, we have Ms. Daima Sanchez that will be talking to us about some of the products and some of the things that happen at the BMDC, how you can recognize the products when you see them on the shelf. Daima, good morning, welcome.
Good morning. Good morning to all the televiewers and radio listeners. My name is Daima Sanchez. I'm the marketing officer of BMDC. It's my honor to be here back again with Mr. Checky Osher at the Sugar City Morning Show.
Okay. Tell us, what is BMDC so that people can know?
Belize Marketing and Development Corporation. We are here. Our mandate is to help local farmers, local producers to enhance their product. And today we will be specifically speaking about the branding program that we are offering to the local producers of Belize.
Okay, that sounds so great. When we're talking about local products, do we have a lot of people in Belize that are producing?
We have a lot of people, and definitely some of them have potential. We just need a little push to be more in the market.
Yeah, when we can recognize, we know a lot of people like the Belizean product. How important is it for somebody that are producing a specific product to get a label on their product?
How important is it? Okay, it's very fundamental for them to get a labeling, right? Because the labeling plays a important role. If you can check, all the labels have important information like the expiration date, the name of the producer, the contact number of the producer, where was it produced, and all of that information is very essential for the consumer safety.
They have the nutrition facts as well on it?
Exactly.
Okay, so before we get into the meat, I think somebody that is out there that are producing, especially when it comes to coconut oil, we know we have a lot of people produce coconut oil. We have people that produce the cocoon oil as well. We have the coconut water. We have the different juices that people are selling. But a lot of people, when it comes to the juices, a lot of people just sell it on a day-to-day basis, not really with a label. But I see that they're selling out every day. Probably, what's the encouragement to these people to try to expand what they're doing?
Like in the branding program that we offer to the local producers, right? we encourage them with the label and etc. because they get the objective is to strengthen their competitiveness among other producers, and that will help them to maximize their sales.
Okay, so on that we will jump into our agenda here this morning.
Okay. I will be briefly describing what is the branding program. The branding program is 3 stages, and under these 3 stages we have several steps to cover. And the first one is the first stage is the branding stage, where we register the producer and we do 3 evaluations: the label evaluation, the packaging evaluation. We do the evaluation. We check if all the information, if the label have all the information, if the package is a proper package. We also and after that we give some recommendations. That is the first evaluation under the branding stage, on the branding strategy stage. And we also do the product market survey, and the product market survey is about going out in the market and finding out if your product is acceptable for the customers out there, if they know your product, where are you floating in the air, and those information we just get and we write it and we give it to you. And the next evaluation is the market environment competitiveness. That is about knowing the prices of your products, if it's more expensive or more cheaper than the other products that are in the stores, in the market, and etc. That is the first stage under the branding strategies. And next we go to the branding development, right? And the branding development entails about a company profile. We write a company profile to the producers, right? And it's about the background of the product. It's about the values, the standards, the financials, sustainability, and the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities and the threats that your product have. And the company profile serves if you want to go to the bank and you want to make a loan, and you can give it to the credit officer, and then it serves for you to make a loan. And next we go to the exciting part of the product, right? If we see that your product isn't following the standards for the proper labeling, right? We do the logo first, and the logo have to be very, very sharp, very appealing to the customer, proper, making match to the product, right? And then we go to the labeling itself, which includes the logo, the producer's name, the nutritional facts, like you said, the expiration date, the contact number, and why all these details are very essential. Let's say if the producer, if a consumer wants to buy the product, right, and then it likes the product and he wants more, so you can easily grab the product again, and then you check on the labeling and check the number, and you just call. And if you want to give a recommendation also to the producer, you just have to go to the labeling, and it's right there, the information.
How competitive are our products that's on the market comparing to the Mexican products and the products that comes from other parts of the world, when it comes to pricing and when it comes to the visibility on the shelf in the stores? You can go, you can identify, all right, this Tabliz, this is imported. How competitive are us when it comes to that marketing aspect?
The marketing aspect, okay. Truly, we here in Belize, we have a lot of domestic producers, cottage industries, right, that they are growing, and they are still in a stage that we have to work more, because but however, we still have some producers, some products that they have potential in the market. They just need a little of help to get up there. Reason why we are offering this branding program, because it helps them to reach up there compared to the imports products.
Yeah, people might hear about these brandings and different programs that you're offering, but then people don't like going and unpack it. They say, okay, I have to pay for so much labels, I have to do this. How does it work? It costs them to do it?
I do agree with that. Some people don't want to spend their money, right?
Because they say, okay, siempre lo voy a vender, se voy a poner un label o no voy a poner un label, siempre la gente lo va a comprar.
Exactly. It happens. And then what I have also heard, right, about producers, they don't want to spend on labeling. Even though sometimes we help them and we give them the labeling, they just don't want to print. And I mean, it's very essential to have the labeling, because your product looks more appealing. And this program is free of cost. At the end of this program, we give away 150 pieces free to the producers to start.
Okay, so how can someone get involved in this program?
They just need to call us at 227-1753, or even you can contact me at my number 610-5854.
So this is to develop and to have people like sell more of their products, because when I say, you know what, I make my coconut oil daily and by weekend I don't sell out. I don't sell my product. Is it encouraging to them to say, all right, if I put the label, I will sell more, or it's just for the branding purpose?
Definitely, they sell more. Why? Because people are getting more educated when it comes to the information about the labeling. I mean, if you go to the store and you buy a product that does not have the labeling, right? Nothing. So you are not aware what are you buying. You don't know the expiration date. You run the risk as a consumer. So those are the details that are very essential for the consumer to know, to get educated about how important is to have a label on the product.
Yeah, especially like how we have so many people that are very health conscious these days.
Exactly.
They want to see what's the ingredients. But what we'll be doing, we'll be taking a break, and when we come back, we need to talk a little bit in Spanish also, because we have people in the villages that have their products out there producing, but maybe if they get the message right, they might probably just join in the program. But I believe we have a call coming in, so we will go to this call and see what's the content of this call. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yeah, morning, Checky, and morning to the young lady with the beside you.
Morning, sir.
I think the young lady right about having label, I think the young lady right about putting label on your product, because one lot of time you buy coconut oil, and who know about coconut oil? One lot of people look for 1, 2, 3 oil in it.
Oh yes.
And then mix it, yes, that cheap oil way up over the border. Then mix the coconut oil with it, and when you put your you fry something with the coconut oil, no scent. You don't want different scent, man. Everybody know the scent of coconut oil. I think the only right, because if you buy it for Mary Jane, you know well Mary Jane that good coconut oil, and if you can't mix, you could go back and have a look. You don't want to try to in your coconut oil, man. No good.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much. What do you think about that?
Exactly. That's my point. I mean, if they mix the product, it's a poor quality, right? You know the name, so you won't buy again. You will try a next product, and then If you buy a product, a high quality product, you will go back and buy it again. That is the purpose of the label. One of the purposes of the label to have a product.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Carla. We go on a short commercial break at 18 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and we will be back with you in a very, very, very short while.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
A high school basketball showcase took center stage at the first ever event to take place in the historic state-of-the-art Belize City Civic Center. Thanks to the government of Belize, Belizeans now have a massive modern entertainment and convention facility to be utilized by all sectors of society.
I have gone on record to say as well that Teachers' Day this year, which will come in next month of May, will also be here in the Belize Civic Center. All 5,000, almost 6,000 teachers strong will converge here in the Belize Civic Center for a massive event. There is no other place in this country that can hold the kind of numbers that the Belize Civic Center can hold.
Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the washers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franks, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Fun and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, The garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community. The same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 11 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Folks, we are discussing with Ms. Naima Sanchez of the BMDC right here this morning. We're discussing the way they do their brandings in development, marketing, and strategy. But we have the Doc joining us this morning. Good morning, Doc, and welcome.
Good morning, Chicky. Good morning, Ms. Sanchez.
Yeah.
Glad to see you around. Nice.
It's a pleasure, Doc.
Yes.
So what the BMDC are doing today, Doc, they are talking about the importance of branding of your products. And that's the discussion that we're on. So we will continue the discussion, and then afterwards, you know, we will talk to the folks un poquito en español, así que pueden saber qué está pasando también, ¿no?
I like your Spanish.
Claro que sí.
Okay.
Okay, Naima, we could continue where we left off from.
Okay, as I was speaking about the stages, right, of the branding program, we go next to the last stage that includes the brand marketing. At the brand marketing, we do a brand registration at Belaipo, but this is up to the producer because the registration costs $800, okay. But BMDC provides half of it, but okay. It's up to the producer if it wants to register the brand name, their brand name. And then after we finish with the label, we submit the label to the Bureau of Standards, and the Bureau of Standards have to accept the label. And when that is finished, we just print the labels and we give it to the producers to their product.
Okay.
So that is the 3 stages of the branding program. The branding strategy, which includes the registration, the 3 evaluations of the labeling and the packaging, the market survey, and then the market competitiveness. And then the brand development includes the company profile, the design of the label, and the brand.
Right.
And the last stage of branding marketing includes the brand registration, and then we just submit the label to the Bureau of Standards, and as soon as it's approved by them, we just print and we give to the producers.
Okay, so Doc, we are hearing about all these great push to these producers in our country.
All right. Bueno, para los que nos están viendo que hablan español, quisiera mencionarles de que este es un paso gigantesco en la industrialización de nuestros productos locales, en la cual se le está dando un orden para poder mercarlo, poder darle o comercializarlo. Entonces, la organización que representa a esta muchacha, que es Marketing Board, ha embarcado en ayudar a todos los que producen, digamos, diferentes cosas en nuestro país a poder etiquetar el producto de una forma ordenada para poder, digamos, ser competitivo en el mercado y que se reconozca su marca. Entonces hay ciertos pasos que se tienen que tomar para que se pueda llevar a cabo esto, cosa que se ha explicado, y es algo muy importante porque la comercialización de nuestros productos es de suma importancia. Acá siempre hemos visto productos en el mercado que a veces no tienen ninguna etiqueta, no sabemos quién lo hace, no sabemos cómo se hace, y si nos gustó tampoco podemos ver un teléfono, una dirección donde lo podemos conseguir. Exacto. Para darle continuidad a su mercadeo de esta persona. Entonces esto es un paso muy importante, se lo aplaudimos a BMDC, Belize Marketing Board, por este hecho. Sin embargo, mi pregunta viene siendo, esto se está haciendo no solo con el fin de comercializar el producto a nivel local, también puede llegar a nivel internacional.
Exacto.
Entonces, ¿hay alguna manera como tal vez se puede llevar, digamos, un tipo de registro de dónde están viniendo todos estos productos? Por ejemplo, si miel, vamos a hablar de miel, si miel está viniendo de Little Belize, o miel está viniendo, digamos, de San Felipe, estas áreas, digamos, producen, si vemos miel, lo poco que sé, hay calidades diferentes.
Exacto.
Entonces, se ve en este tipo de registro, algún tipo de, digamos, de orden de dónde proviene para ver calidad.
Exacto. En primer lugar, nosotros registramos a todos los productores y de diferentes, como los que producen miel, llevamos un database a donde los registramos y allá específicamente dice a dónde viven, qué calidad de producto, qué producto producen, y sus contact numbers, todos sus datos importantes del producto, así como del productor.
Ok, también manejan, digamos, fechas de caducidad, ¿verdad? Cuando se embotelló, cuando se enfrascó y fecha de caducidad.
Exacto, sí.
Ok, pues es de mucha importancia. ¿Qué productos es lo que ustedes están viendo?
Pues nosotros vemos los productos que tienen potencia en el mercado, ¿verdad? Okay. Que tienen potencia en el mercado, y primero tenemos que ver el producto, verlo, evaluarlo, y entonces nosotros ya procedemos con los pasos de branding program.
También nos podrías decir un poquito más en español qué son los pasos para que esta gente puedan entender. Sabemos que tal vez hay ciertas palabras que están en inglés. Vamos a ver cómo se lo traducimos a esta gente para poder que haya un entendimiento sobre ello.
En primer lugar, nosotros registramos a los productores, los registramos, ya luego nosotros hacemos 3 evaluaciones. La primera evaluación es sobre la etiqueta la segunda es sobre el market survey que nosotros hacemos, que vamos al mercado con un questionnaire o para hacer unas preguntas sobre su producto, si se conoce, que si es buen producto, que de dónde es, y entonces toda esa información nosotros lo marcamos y lo analizamos y se lo entregamos al productor con recomendaciones, y luego también vamos al mercado, en las tiendas y todo, averiguar los precios de los productos, qué precios tienen, si es muy caro tu producto, que si es muy barato, y entonces a dónde está parado el productor, y entonces eso le da una ventaja al productor de su producto y a dónde debe de estar, ¿verdad? Y ya luego el otro paso es que el branding development, que ya que nosotros evaluamos su labeling, y si no es adecuado o le falta algo, como muchos productores, nosotros lo hacemos enhance, lo mejoramos. Entonces nosotros le ponemos todos los detalles, como los nutritional facts, el día que va a vencer, el número del productor, el nombre del productor, a dónde se produció, y entonces todas estas informaciones es muy importante que esté en la etiqueta. y ese es el segundo paso del branding development. Ya luego el branding marketing, nosotros registramos su brand name en Belaipo, que es en Belmopan, pero tiene un costo de $800 que BMDC solo cubre half, pero estos está en si el productor quiere, right? Porque no es algo obligatorio. Y entonces, ya que nosotros tenemos listo la etiqueta, nosotros se los mandamos a Bureau of Standards, que ellos están encargados de aprobar la etiqueta, que si está bueno que esté en el shelf de las tiendas. Ya luego que ellos aprueban la etiqueta, nosotros lo imprimimos y se lo damos 150 pedazos en copias al productor, y al productor ya puede ponerlos en su producto y a vender. Y ya luego de ese paso nosotros los encargamos también de mercadear su producto. Ejemplos, venir en Tag Show, invitarlos a que hagan promote su producto, y también los invitamos, por ejemplo, en el Expo, que vayan a exhibir su producto, y todas esas oportunidades les damos a los productores.
Es muy interesante eso. Mira, es el primer paso en, creo que, una orden en el mercadeo de los productos locales. Pero yo me pongo a pensar, si hay 100 personas produciendo miel, ¿habrá un sistema cómo se puede analizar calidad, o cómo es que...?
No soy la persona apropiada para responderte esa pregunta, porque no soy profesional en esto, right? Pero nosotros tenemos a otras personas, y ya pues creo que podemos arreglar que vengan y hablen sobre la calidad del honey.
Okay. ¿Y nos puedes decir la gama de productos que se les han acercado a ustedes para este programa?
Sí, claro. Pues nosotros tenemos lo que es el coconut oil. Tenemos variedades de chiles. También tenemos el Mullins Creek, que trabajé con la Miss Pollard en su label. Ahora tiene uno, no lo traje, pero es muy bonito, ya quedó muy bonito. También tenemos lo que se llama ginger, chiles. También tenemos jams, jellies, y así esos productos se han acercado con nosotros a tratar de mejorar sus productos, así como invitamos a los que están allá afuera, que están viendo, que están oyendo y saben que su producto tiene potencia y saben que quiere un poco de mejoramiento. Vengan con nosotros estamos dispuestos a ayudarlos a mejorar su producto y que sea sobresaliente en el mercado.
Y claro, entiendo, por ejemplo, en este caso, la industria turística a veces consume bastante de los productos nacionales, y inclusive los llevan con ellos, que se cargan de todas estas cosas para irse a Estados Unidos, y que también pues han estado en un país donde hay calidad. Entonces, algo así es un muy buen comienzo para organizar, digamos, nuestros productores. Yo soy de la personal opinión de que debemos de impulsar la producción nacional, y creo que es un aplauso grande para BMDC en este movimiento. Sin embargo, ¿desde cuándo comenzaron a hacer esto, y hasta dónde ustedes prevén que van a llegar con esto? No sé si tal vez lo empezaron hace como unos 6 meses atrás, porque este es un trabajo que necesita bastante organización.
Sí, es mucho trabajo, es un proceso, y también a los productores que se acercan a pedir ayuda, también les decimos que también ellos tienen que dar su empeño en este trabajo, porque es un proceso largo, no es fácil, y todos los pasos que hacemos lo tratamos de hacer que sean de calidad, que sean sobresalientes. Y entonces nosotros le pedimos a todos los productores que también pongan su empeño. Este programa lo iniciamos hace como 1 año y medio, y entonces nosotros estamos trabajando y dispuestos a trabajar más y seguir ayudando a los productores locales, porque ellos tienen fuerza, tienen potencia, y entonces nosotros estamos dispuestos para ayudarles que salgan adelante.
Some might look at it that this thing here really hard. Because some of them might look on it that, man, we small. And they got big companies out there. But what happened is, we have companies like Travelers Dock. They have their products out there. We have Caribbean Rum. They have their products out there. We have Marie Shop. Marie Shop never start big, you know. Marie Shop starts small, just like all the other producers. But look where they're at. You can buy her products right now on Amazon, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and they got some very, very good reviews. Once most of the Mexicans that comes across to the free zone, I see them picking up their Marie Shop products.
Well, Belizeans living in the United States, every time they find Marie Shop products there, they're so amazed, they're so happy about it because they want to taste what's Belizean there. Right. And the quality is
Así
good.
Tal vez la gente puede pensar, pues, ¿cómo vamos a hacer todo eso? Y yo solo soy haciendo 50 botellas de coconut oil para un mes. ¿Cómo yo voy a estar con esa gente que está muy grande así? But there is a start for everything.
Claro que sí, claro que sí. No, yo siempre he pensado de que hay que impulsar a esta gente, hay que animarlos, porque nunca se comienza caminando, se comienza gateando primero, después se va a caminar y luego a correr. Estos comienzos son infantiles, pero ¿sabe qué? Si uno le pone persistencia, le pone el trabajo arduo que muchos de esta gente ya están haciendo, para salir adelante. Y qué bueno ver producto beliceño en el mercado, en los supermercados, entonces cosas bien etiquetado, enorgullece, porque siempre he visto, digamos, algunos que a veces necesito probar un buen jam, y yo quiero más, pero no dice de dónde vino. Sí.
De hecho, ya he trabajado con muchos productores y sí es muy cierto que se desaniman al camino, al proceso, se desaniman. Es que hay muchos obstáculos. A veces dicen, no me van a comprar mi producto y así. Pero también nosotros como beliceños debemos de apoyar nuestros productos locales. No solo debemos de comprarlo de afuera, pero hay que apoyar a nuestros productores para que ellos salgan adelante. Pero si ellos no cuentan con nuestro apoyo, también como beliceños estamos fallando en apoyar nuestros productores locales.
Y eso es un punto muy importante, Ms. Sánchez. La mera verdad, yo he ido al supermercado donde tú ves el producto internacional y ves el producto local. El producto local puede ser un poquito más caro que el traerlo de por fuera. Pero si nos ponemos a pensar, el costo de producción en Belice es diferente, es más alto. Digamos, en los traídos de por fuera se hacen millones y millones de latas o botellas o frascos, que hay una reducción de precio en hacer volumen.
Exacto.
Entonces, hay que darles oportunidad a nuestra gente y también hay que enseñar a nuestra gente que es bueno comercializar los productos que tengamos. Se comienza de pequeño, pero con la información que estamos consiguiendo hoy, yo creo que debe ser algo que los debe animar más a entrar a este tipo de vida, este estilo de vida. Recuerden, a veces nosotros nos quejamos que necesitamos trabajos. Esta es una forma de autoemplearte, emplear a tu familia, porque a veces empieza como un negocio familiar y después crece ya, digamos, empleando a otra gente alrededor. Esta es una forma como hacer que la economía se mueva, la economía local. Y qué bueno, yo aprecio bastante lo de BMDC que está haciendo esto y sabemos que pues, hay muchas otras cosas que están haciendo también.
Exacto.
Yeah. Is there anything else on your agenda this morning?
Pues eso es todo. Solo vine a emphasize on branding program. Invite all the local producers out there. Please don't hesitate. Call us at 227-1753, and there we will follow up and we will work on your product. And the objective is to enhance it and put it out there to maximize sales.
That's a Belize telephone number, is it?
Yeah.
You don't have a local one, or Joa?
You can contact us at 610-5854.
Okay, they're right here on the Ignacio Vega Boulevard, the BMDC offices. Lo pueden encontrar aquí en el Boulevard Ignacio Vega. Está cerca del Canal 10. pueden llegar y visitar sus oficinas de esta gente para que puedan conseguir más información y ver cómo ustedes también pueden entrar al mercadeo de sus propios productos.
Well, so your parting message for today to everybody that you would like to reach out from your department.
First of all, I want to give thanks to Chicky Usher and Dr. Omero. Thank you very much. It's my honor to be here once again with you guys. And I would also like to invite all the local producers out there to come to BMDC, to Carlos, and we are willing to help you guys to enhance your products and promote them out there. And on behalf of BMDC, I want to give a special thanks to all the producers that have come to us, and we have worked with them, and also invite all the others to come, and then we will be working together.
Un mensaje para la gente que habla español to encourage them to try to get more into it.
Para toda la gente bonita allí afuera, todos los productos locales, productores locales pueden venir, pueden llamarnos al 227-1753 o al 610-5854, y nosotros estamos dispuestos a trabajar juntos para mejorar su producto y que sea sobresaliente en el mercado.
Pues muchísimas gracias, Ms. Sánchez. Le deseamos lo mejor en su trabajo y le deseamos a BMDC que siga adelante con todas las buenas obras que está trayendo a nuestro país. Estas son las obras que tocan al productor pequeño y que algún día van a llegar a ser algo más grande en nuestro país. Muchísimas gracias, Ms. Sánchez, por su aportación.
Yeah. On that note, we will take a short break, and myself and Doc will be right here with the discussion right up until 9 o'clock. So, folks, keep it locked into Channel 10.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Hi, I'm Judy Hua, and I'll let you know about my DigiNet experience. It was so easy. Literally, they just asked for a few things like my ID, they asked for my address, and they even asked me questions that how could they improve their service. I won't lie, I'm a social media holic. I would surely recommend it to my friends, especially when we're doing our FaceTime calls or WhatsApp calls. You know, our calls won't get dropped. See you guys in a bit then. For my professional side, well, I do television, so for me, we have to download a lot of files. We have to ensure that when we receive them, we check them before it goes on air, and DigiNet has made that experience easy for me. I have the 5 meg plan, which is wonderful because it's only $69. So I'm really glad that they did the promotion. In my area, in Kingsport, I was the first one to sign up.
Available in San Pedro, Northside Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Maintaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
In the Capital 3 budget, provisions of over 43 million have been made to finance the following key infrastructure projects. Continuation of the upgrading of the Hummingbird Highway, $11 million. Continuation of the Belize Southside Poverty Alleviation Project, $4 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of new sections of the George Price Highway, including the construction of a new double-lane bridge at Roaring Creek, $13 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of a new section of the Philip Golson Highway, $5 million. Commencement of work on the new Airport Link Road, joining the access road to the PGIA, joining that with the Western Highway, $3 million. Commencement of work on the new Haulover Bridge, $3 million. And commencement of work on phase 1 of the Caracol Road project, $4 million. In addition, provision of $9.5 million has also been made for projects in the education and health sectors and towards our vaunted poverty alleviation programs. Mr. Speaker, I should point out that as we have done in all the years since taking office, we will again be financing our capital program wholly from concessional sources provided by our international development partners. We will not be borrowing any funds on commercial terms. These are the investments that will continue the transformation and continue to bring the jobs, to lower even more the unemployment rate and lift lives and the economy.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built, linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional road works will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostras, poniendo el mundo a funcionar. Agente autorizado, German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostras.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's now 17 minutes after 8 o'clock. That every day is very important, but today is a very, very, very important day in our education system because today is Teachers' Day.
That's right, Chicky. And we must applaud all those teachers there. You know, I tell you what, I would not be what I am today without all those teachers that were behind me. And I can still remember almost all of them. Some of them are not here in this world, but to those, my heartfelt thank you. Today is your day, and I wish you guys enjoy to the max. I've had teachers from San Felipe, from Miss Gloria Dominguez, Damiana Castellanos, in fact, by Mr. Celis, Antonio Celis, all these people have passed away. Another guy was that taught me in high school also. We had Mr. Maxi Nicolas, Mr. Cobb, Neema Castillo, in fin, all these teachers. Bishop Wilfredo Aguilar, and in St. John's College we had Dr. Manuel Esquivel, also was one of our teachers. We had also Homero Escalante, my tocayo, several other priests that were there. And in university, we had a cadre of them also.
Yeah, yourself was a teacher, right?
Yes, I happen to have taught at San Pedro High School for 2 years.
What?
And then I taught here at Muffles High School for 1 year. I also went to the Belize College of Art, Science, and Technology, which was then BELCAS, the precursor of the University of Belize. And while doing a diploma in education for the sciences, I happened to have gone to Belize Technical High School, and then it used to be Belize Technical College, to teach there for almost 4 months to do an internship. So,
yeah. You didn't
I love teaching. It was nice. It was beautiful.
Yeah. You didn't happen to write down the number for that Ms. Sanchez shared with Chudak?
No, I did not.
All right, we will get it because somebody sent a text. They want to know the number.
Okay.
We know that we saw the operations at the western border with the Belize Defense Force putting up that fence in that area, and we understand it's not something to bully the Guatemalans, you know, that. The ministry announced that it's for the better flowing of people coming in and out, and the security for our Belizeans and to other people traveling through the border.
That's right. I think it's just to put law and order in place. What happened, it was chaotic before, and it's more than welcome. So I don't see why it's people and even the press would incense something like this to say that, you know, so many things are happening there. Yeah, we need to have some order there. Belizeans are asking for it on a daily basis. I mean, if you see how porous our border is on the Chiquibul, and in fact all over, by putting something like that, I think it's the beginning of starting to put some order in our border. And then, you know, while our security forces being there, almost every border is manned by security forces, the soldiers of our nation. And having the BDF there is a welcome gesture by the Ministry of National Security and the government of Belize. So it's something that, you know, was bound to happen. You know, I used to go there and you see so much bicycles, motorcycles, and where are the owners? Where are they?
True.
They're in Belize.
Yeah.
So how did they pass? How did they come across? There's also a street, a little road, a picaro behind the whole structure of the immigration department where people can pass. And, you know, there's no guarantee that there's security behind all this. We don't know what passes there. Maybe guns, maybe ammunition, maybe all these things. And it's endangering the life of the general population in Belize.
Yeah, everybody. But I see that, like, with a look on it right now, and so some people are figuring, the Guatemalans came across to see how the work is going on. You see the Guatemalan Army and police were in Belize yesterday, on the Belize side of the Benke board, reviewing the work done by the BDF Light Engineer Company. But so they might wonder why the authorities, so what authority do the Guatemalans have to review the work? Well, they made the request through the OAS to come and see what's happening so that they can properly advise the Guatemalan coming across the border.
Yeah, I mean, let's not get carried away by the fact that they came. We're neighbors. We just can't change that fact. We need to live, you know, beside them. So if we're doing anything like that and they want to see it, by God, we're doing something good. and they have a right to come and see it. If they're doing something like that, we have a right also to go and see it if it's within the premises, if it's within the line, and all these things. So there's no problem about that. I mean,
yeah, if that's their prerogative or their interest to see how this thing has been built, so that when time people are coming from Melchor through the Melchor border, they can advise them, okay, you know what, when you go to Belize, this is the way for you to exit, this is the way for you to come in back, right?
Right, yes.
You know, but that we know that municipal elections were held over the country on March 7th, and today we are at March 18th.
Yeah.
And we are seeing that right now, May 18th. Right now in the Orange Walk East, we are seeing that one elected councillor and an elected mayor of the People's United Party are aspiring to be the standard bearer for that area. And we understand that lots of things are coming out from it, and some people are getting a little divided. We know that usually happens when convention comes up. Mr. Carballo was there for some time, and he is saying that, okay, the victory that we made in the East is because of him being there. The mayor believed that the victory that came is because of him as well. Well, that's their prerogative. But what is happening now, we have two candidates in that area campaigning, and we have people on one side and people on the other side.
Well, Chucky, my opinion is that's the virtue of a convention, that people take sides, but eventually they have to come together. Be it in a convention of PUP or UDP, if they don't come together, then the winner loses, because he faces a general election where he needs to have all his soldiers.
Yep.
But in the case of what we're seeing of the PUP, and it's not something to laugh at, it's something to just be reminded of who they are. The fact is that big wigs are taking sides with them. We find that the mayor, Mr. Kevin Bernard, is being flanked by Johnny and company, and Joshua Carballo is being flanked by Cordell. And so, find that...
what is that?
Boy, I don't know, but I love it, because you know what happens?
But you mentioned John. John is the leader of the opposition, and he's here in Orange Walk. Yeah. And then we mentioned Cordell. Why Cordell?
Well, from what we gather, I mean, and this is something that we gather from people we talk to, is that now that Belize City voted PUP, seems like Cordell feels more powerful. And so he's wielding his power by trying to get candidates to win conventions so that he has garnered support if they ever make it to government, and also for the leadership of the party. So everybody seems, and this is the thing, everybody seems that they looks at Johnny as perhaps not the best leader. If you notice, Cordell is challenging him already by doing these things. And then you have, for example, the faction within the Musa administration, Karim Musa. Then you have Julius Espat in the West. I mean, yes, why the division in the People's United Party is something that is not so healthy for them, but that's their making. Plus, you find that the older guard is also showing its head. In Corozal, you have the case of Thea Garcia, who's running for Corozal Bay.
They have a convention too?
Yes, she's facing a convention against Dino Vega. And again, there's division. Find that you have the old guard there. You have her mother, Nara Garcia. Well, of course, it's her daughter.
Yeah.
She has to give everything
to her.
have
to support her.
Yes. And then that's Johnny Crowd. But then you have Dino Vega being supported by somebody that's a non-Johnny person. So, division again. But I tell you what, the thing is this, that you have some rabid PUPs, and they will stick to their guns come hell or high water. And I think, if that's the way they go, and that's the way they are, we know that from time. A divided party will not make it. This is the thing, and we encourage the United Democratic Party to hold its elections, conventions, and all these things as quickly as possible, so that we gather leadership to, as how the Prime Minister said, by next year, May, we should have sorted out the leadership situation in the United Democratic Party. And, you know, head for the general election, which is something that at least there's a timeline for this. If you look at the opposition, with all these tearing up of one another on Facebook and social media and all these things, I wouldn't be so negative to say that, you know, that's healthy for us. But seems like if they don't unite, yeah. And then, you know, I have this hearing that many PUPs say that because they won't Belize City, Orange Walk, and Corozal municipal bodies, that PUP will make it to government. If anybody believes that, I think you're sleeping, because we in the UDP side know exactly what happened in those municipal elections. And believe you me, yes, we're making every effort to repair all those things and not be caught again sleeping on the wheel. So believe me, the general election will not be a municipal election again. It's something that is fought tooth and nail, and then it has the organization of the rural Belize, which of course makes more voters than the 3 municipal bodies that I mentioned before. So yes, it's something to look at it.
And when we look at the Albert division in Belize City, Doc, we know that traditionally that has been a UDP stronghold with the late great Philip Golson.
Yes.
Right? Mark Espat, after the Honorable Philip Golson passed away, Mark Espat came and he won 2 terms.
Yes.
Then we had Herman Langsworth winning after that. Now we have the Tracy Panton. And we have for the opposition, we have Mr. Paul Thompson, who is there. But now we understand that Senator Woods is thinking about throwing her hat into the race. We have a call coming in, Doc. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Shakim. Morning, Doc.
Morning, sir. Welcome to the show. We like when you call because we're bringing some good facts.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. But my comment is about our border management.
Okay.
I listened to the press conference that the Prime Minister gave, and very reasonably he spoke of the difficulty that third world countries face when it comes to efficient border management. He mentioned that Guatemala has much more resources, and as a consequence, still cannot fully guard the borders. And Belize, a smaller country with limited budgets, has more difficulties. But he did mention that the BDF and the law enforcement agencies of Belize are making and upgrading their number of personnel to relieve this problem that exists. And I think that's very reasonable, because bigger advanced countries with much more money face the same difficulty. No matter how much money they have, border management is a problem. Look, for example, the richest country of the world, the great United States, is having difficulty, and Donald Trump, well, should I say, President Donald Trump, is submitting to Congress for a budget to build a wall. I mean, let's face it, come on, he's building the wall because he realizes that he cannot man and guard the borders effectively, despite his great economic prowess. The United States, the great country, recognizes that border management is a challenge and is building a wall. If they can do it, then it is easy for Belizeans and everybody in the world to understand that border management is not easy. So, I think the Prime Minister did a good job in explaining that. But I'm only throwing in that advanced countries are having the same difficulty, hence the wall that Donald Trump wants to build. He recognizes that it is not easy to man a border no matter how much money you have. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Scholar. Great observation.
That's right. Yes. So like I said, it's something that Belize has to move up to. We need to find a solution, and it not be a complete solution, because this thing, our borders are wide and big, but at least it's a beginning. Start to have order there.
It's a beginning. So, Doc, now, Senator Woods, on her first interview, she said that she's touching base with people, and she will wait until Friday, which is today, to see how the waters are, and then she will decide. But we understand that the other standard bearer are already making some noise via social media.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I know Valerie, she's a rabid PUP. What she put on her Facebook account, I think last night or yesterday, was not something easy, that she would not be pushed around by anybody to run anywhere anybody wants. The decision is hers. Those are strong words from a lady coming like Valerie Woods. But in fact, that shows that somebody there is not so happy with her candidacy, which, Valerie is a very popular person. I've known her for several years.
Yeah, she's a strong, outspoken individual as well, Doc.
Very smart, very eloquent, and nobody will bafoo she. And if she's being bafooed by her own party, oh my God, they're shooting themselves on the foot. So this is exactly what happened with Gilroy Usher.
Yeah, but Gilroy is back in.
Yes, he's in. Boy,
Gilroy never did go nowhere.
Boy, I thought he was going, but nevertheless, I believe that these are some of the problems that these guys are. But I say, let's not look at them. Let's look at ourselves also, because we need to.
You believe that the optimism that are building up in these persons, Doc, is because of the results of the March 7th municipal election?
Very much so. Very much so. I think many of them are getting the tailwind of this win that they had in Belize City. But honestly, what happened in Belize City is something that is common knowledge. The leadership had gone, and new leaders came up, and many of the standard bearers, and in fact the area representatives, were not there. Even the Prime Minister was campaigning in the south and left Belize City to be manned by a Deputy Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And so these results are a reflection of, something went wrong there.
Yeah.
But it's something that can be salvaged, because there's enough time, and everybody is, viciously working like a honeybee, ambitiously doing what they're supposed to do to garner and get these people back on track. Because personally, I believe it's very difficult. You just cannot contain the fact that Belize City, millions of dollars have been pumped into Belize City in infrastructure and social programs, and it's unbelievable that they would go and vote PUP. But what happened is that the UDPs did not go and vote. This is the problem. They did not go, and so this is the result.
We have 10 divisions in city, right, Doc?
Yes. We
have Caribbean Shores. We don't have nobody there representing for the UDP.
That's right.
We have Lake Eye. We don't have nobody looking after Lake Eye. We have Freetown. We don't have nobody looking after Freetown. There might be other areas that we really can't come up with right now. Honorable Booth say he is done, he's going. So if you notice...
Lake Independence too.
Yeah, all right. So if we Lake Independence. So if you notice in an area, not have nobody, they comb the area, there is nobody there. So when the election come and somebody go in, just like Orange Walk North, we never have nobody in the Orange Walk North area. So the result was shown at Ochobenke.
Yeah.
Understand? So I believe that's a factor that played that big change in Belize City as well.
But I kind of beg to differ a little bit in the case of Ochobenke. What happened is that yes, the UDPs did go out. What happened is that there was people that came from other areas of North to vote.
You mean that they're not registered?
They were registered there, and that kind of tilted the boat a little bit. Nevertheless, yes, the North is a solid UDP ground, and it's something to be, recognized. We need to garner also all the euphoria of all the people, bring them in, bring all that vibration forth, and bring forth all what the UDP is all about, what the UDP has done to energize the division and carried through to election time. There's time, but again, you know, there's, of course, like you mentioned, although the Deputy Prime Minister Gaspar Vega is there, certain things didn't happen. However, his legacy and his book of work speaks for himself volumes. But of course, the whole division was not included in this municipal district, just like, you know, Louisiana, like East, is much more than what Ocho Bengue is.
Oh, yeah. And that we need to take one break, but we want to try to see if we could touch also some of the good things about the United Democratic Party, some of the good things that the government are doing, and leave some of these points that we're touching behind so that we can look the way forward.
That's right. And before we go, I'd like to say a happy Teacher's Day to my daughter Samantha, and I would like also to greet people in San Roman, the chairman of San Roman, Mr. Kevin Aguirre, and Ms. Manuelita Toledano, also Mrs. Toledano, the principal of the primary school. We were there with them yesterday, and they were so nice to us that unforgettable. Thank you very much. And Ms. Toledano, happy Teacher's Day from this desk.
We will take a short commercial break. Myself and Doc will return after these messages.
Ever since my mom switched to Diginet, my internet experience has not been the same. My online gaming is on point. I can keep up with my online classes, and I enjoy Netflix and chill even more. Nothing beats Diginet's reliable internet speed. I pay only $69 monthly for my 5 megabyte plan. It's perfect for my budget, and you can even get higher speeds that's bundled with free mobile and free home phone for even more savings. But don't take my word for it. Visit the BTL office and ask about Diginet today.
Available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
Freshly extracted local honey. Perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Did you know that if you are an owner or operator providing accommodation for cash purposes to any local or foreign guest, regardless of its location in the country, you are required by law to register with the Registrar Hotels at the Belize Tourism Board? Did you know that Section 27(1) of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, Chapter 285 of the Substantial Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2011, makes it mandatory for you to register with the BTB. For further information, please contact the BTB by email, telephone, or fax.
You might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine.
Las tiendas A&R orgullosamente anuncian la llegada de un gran surtido de artículos justo a tiempo para el mes de mayo, mes dedicado especialmente para celebrar y honrar a nuestras queridas madrecitas. Si buscas fragancias, electrónicos para el cabello, electrónicos para el cuidado de cabello, relojes de mano o artículos para el desarrollo físico, no busques más. A&R lo tiene todo. Y si buscas sobrecamas en todas medidas, toallas, cortinas para habitación o baño, juegos de olla, contenedores para basura y muchos artículos más para el hogar, una simple visita a A&R lo resuelve todo. Tiendas A&R, donde el gran surtido y los mejores precios hacen toda la diferencia. Visítanos en cualquiera de nuestras tiendas: Corozal, Orange Walk, Ciudad Belice, Belmont, San Ignacio, Dangriga, San Pedro y ahora en Ladyville.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Doc, permit me to read some text messages that are here.
Yeah.
First of all, someone saying, I am wishing all teachers a happy Teachers Day. All right, we did that already, but thanks for that as well. They say, please stop the bill worries about the PUP and talk about the plan for we party, victory as we unite.
That's right.
Our beloved party. You know in Spanish, but I try to translate it. What does the development for Orange Walk looks like? Ask the doc. And this next one here is saying, Belize is a beloved country, but only under the United Democratic Party it can remain that way. So that what's the development coming or happening for Orange Walk North? But I want to say that Miss Anita Mesh called us 2 days ago to announce that the water system, they're having some little issues with the water system. They do not know if the wells are low and the pumps are not picking up the water too well, but she says that they're working on it to make it going and keep it flowing for the people there in San Jose and San Pablo. So it's not like the pump break down. I believe it's the way how the weather stands right now.
That's
no?
right.
Most of
the time during these days, normally all the water table is low because of the drought.
Oh,
so
okay.
you know what happens? Everybody's drawing more water also because of the heat. So houses are consuming more water than usual. And so, many villages find themselves in a little hiccup with this. No?
Yeah. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning, Mr. Novello.
Morning, sir.
Question when the king of the program I leave it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I know he have a lead problem with the cable for his phone. Let's hope he will call back. But that meantime, this gentleman get ready to call back or other people call back. They want to know what's happening in Orange Walk North constituents and what is that happening? Any plans forward?
Yes, there are a lot of plans. Of course, one of the things that we need to do is listen to the people and listen to their concerns, listen to what is it that they also want happening in their area. And based on this, we're going to get all this information and develop a working plan. So there are many things that are happening, of course. The development of the area has been tantamount to the well-being of the residents. However, like I said, many of us are walking the streets, are seeing, knowing the people, getting to talk to them, and getting all this information made available to us.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I see the show the very interesting. Somebody texted you a while ago saying what's the plans for the party and all of that. Let me just say that the Prime Minister press conference was very informative, especially in the area of where the party is concerned. I would like to know your guys' opinion, as I'm pretty sure the DAP, you yourself, Mr. Usher, as party goers, are supporters of the United Democratic Party. The Prime Minister mentioned, before that, we were hearing in the past about this withdrawal of the Prime Minister before time and a smooth transition for the Deputy Prime Minister, Faber, to have taken over. Apparently, that has took a 360 turn, because the Prime Minister is not talking about any smooth transition anymore.
Hello? I wonder if, yeah, we heard that, but I wonder if that happened because the Prime Minister are not seeing at this point the right leadership to take over on his departure.
Well, I really don't have much comment on that, because I tell you what, it's something that we need to look at, because I'm at a young stage in the development of this political arena, I must admit. But that the Prime Minister, the way he has been speaking, he's our leader, and through his words of wisdom, we've learned a lot. But by him saying all this, I think he's looking more at the democratic process than anything else. Because actually, if he leaves and he leaves his deputy, he knows that it's just like, of course, if something would happen to him, that's the way to go. But leaving, I think he would want to leave something more tangible to the Belizean people. And therefore, he would want the people themselves to be involved in something like this. So I believe it's not just him dictating to the Belizean people, well, he's my deputy, he becomes this, and I leave.
Right.
I tell you what, he is leaving, but he's not vacating his seat. That is something that has to be understood. He's not resigning as era rep.
Yeah, he's leaving when it comes to the party.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, good morning. I apologize.
No problem, sir.
Yeah, I was saying, I understand what the doctor is saying, but we also look at.
See, I wonder if we phone they go wrong or we're having problem. Yeah, but that before the call, la situación en San José, San Pablo sobre el agua.
Sí, bueno, ¿qué pasa? Que en esta época, no solo en San José, hay muchas aldeas que sufren eso, que hay una baja presión por el hecho de que el nivel de agua en esta época de la sequía es bajo, porque todo el mundo está utilizando más agua de lo normal por el calor. Entonces baja el manto freático a un nivel en la cual sí, las bombas a veces tienen problemas para subir el agua a los tanques. Y siempre le rogamos a todos que tengan mucho cuidado, que aprecie el agua, que lo cuide, porque estas situaciones a veces son imprevistas y a veces suceden.
Eso no es problema con la bomba.
No, absolutamente.
Okay. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, thank you. For some reason the call keeps dropping.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I was saying, let me just see the bill before the call drop again. Let us look at this angle. I think it's possible, if you ask the Prime Minister, he would never ever say it. But as people out here are noticing, it is a possibility to say, or to see that maybe the Prime Minister has lost that confidence in the leadership of his deputy. I mean, he never delivered Belize City, and some people know that he has a tendency of, whenever you see Patrick on the news, it's quiet. I don't know. I just want to know your opinion on that. And things have took a shift, and I think it's very interesting to observe as Belizeans, as voters out here, to see where the future of the UDP is going. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we don't really know if it, from the start, it would have been a smooth transaction, you know, from one leadership to the next. But like what we were mentioning earlier about the municipal election, the Prime Minister went down south and he worked in the Cayo area as well, and those seats came in very overwhelming for the United Democratic Party. The Deputy Prime Minister was the one manning the ground in Belize City. I heard him say personally that he was tasked to take charge in Lake I. And Lake I is one of the area where like the UDP take one bombing in Lake I. So I'm not sure if the Prime Minister is looking on that angle and say, well, you know what, you never deliver, so we have to look at the avenues. But like the DAC was mentioning, and I understand where the DAC is coming from, mentioning about the smooth transaction, and the Prime Minister is trying to make it democratic and make sure I say, all right, I not just to show this man Pauno. Let the public decide.
That's right, and it is something that that is quite well thought, and it's the Belizean, it's same the United Democratic Party that will decide, which, you know, it's obviously something good. So he's being inclusive when he makes those decisions. It's not that he took a 360 or a 180-degree turn, but, you know, he's being more inclusive of the Belizean people and his followers in the United Democratic Party.
Yeah, he is leaving as leader, but the man now say a party lose. He's trying the best to make sure that the party get the right persons in place so that the party can claim victory again.
Yes, of course, you know, like Deputy Prime Minister Gaspar Vega, I'm sure the Prime Minister is the same way. They will limit their office, but, you know, not really stop being area representatives. In this case, I'm sure that the two of them are also looking that their seats get won again by the United Democratic Party. So it's a legacy that they will be leaving behind. I mean, no man will perhaps debate office and perhaps leave a constituency being lost to another party. So I'm sure that they are doing that, but of course they have the United Democratic Party pinned in their heart. They don't want to see their government being lost on an election where it's winnable. I'm sure that I can see now that the United Democratic Party has all the avenues, all the ways and means to make a fourth term.
Yeah, all right, Doc. So before we close, Doc, it's 5 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We still never finished from this text message about what's happening in Orange Walk North and developments forward.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, like I mentioned to everybody, we are working on a plan. Personally, I have my ideas, but I am not somebody that will push my ideas on people. It has to also be inclusive. They have to also be partaking in all this decision process, and I'm willing to listen to all of them. No matter what kind of idea you have, I am willing to listen to you, because I tell you what, this is what is going to get incorporated in a plan of work and a plan of action to bring forth development to the division. I have my own ideas. I personally, I'm a agriculture man. I am in the veterinary agriculture field, and I'm thinking on that. But it's up to the people to also think on that. The other one is education. I look at education keenly because my history, my way of upbringing had education. At 9 years of age, I decided to become a veterinary surgeon, and I became that. I went through some hardships, and I see a lot of students struggling. But I noticed that the government of Belize, the United Democratic Government, is helping the students more than ever. And I must make mention of this when it comes to education. The UDP has been the government that has given to education in this aspect more than anybody else. I also go back to the area of Dr. Manuel Esquivel, who was one of my teachers. He gave free education to this country, but it's the PUP in 1998 that changed this. Now, the Barrow administration, our present administration, our present Prime Minister, has also given a lot in education. Right now, I can assure everybody that that $300 subsidy is automatic for almost all the rural villages to go to high school. Anybody that is in Standard 6 that wants to go to high school, that subsidy is automatic. It's in Orange Walk, in Corazon, it's come up all north. And so these are some of the things that we have to take advantage of. So education is paramount in the United Democratic Party. So we look at education because I know education can bring forth more development within the areas. We need more doctors. We need more engineers. And when I say engineer, we need more mechanical, electrical, electronic engineers, civil engineers. We need these people to come and bring forth all their knowledge so that we start developing this area. Infrastructure-wise, and not only that, technical-wise, we need ingenieros, agronomos. We need those to learn, to teach us how to produce, the products that will help us eat well and be healthy. So if we're eating well and we're healthy, we'll not overburden the medical services that we have in Belize, rather than perhaps having so many medical bills piling up and, having emergencies to go to school. Things like these could be prevented by having a healthy diet. I was keen on yesterday when I was in San Roman, when I visited one of the kindergartens, the nutrition aspect of children there that is well taken care of by these people. And I must bring forth that this kindergarten is something that is not recognized by the Ministry of Education. And we must fight. We must request that the Ministry of Education looks into this, because there are more than 15 children going to this, people that are helping them, by only their heart. They're not getting anything in return more than the satisfaction of them seeing these children learn to read and write. And I'll tell you what, it's something that breaks my heart, but I know this government, this United Democratic Government, is a government of education, and I am sure, I'm pretty positive that something will come their way.
Doc, somebody sent a text message here that says, in other words, the doc indirectly is saying that he will step up on the north. Well, it's great. We are willing to work with you, doc.
Well, thank you very much. I tell you what, I need the support of everybody. And like I said, I need the ideas of everybody, because this is not something that is a one-man show. This is something that I would like to have as many people as possible. And I know that Orange Walk, in fact, Belize has a lot of very important, very smart people with ideas that can help us bring forth something tangible, something good. Already, I have people that are very knowledgeable in the area. I can think of several of the villagers, like for example in San Jose, Miss Anita Mesh, a well-educated educator, and I must congratulate her on Teacher's Day. Yes, she's a hard worker. And others, we have the Marines in San Pablo also, Chuto Marin and et al. These people are working hard and have ideas, have a lot of things to offer, a lot of things to bring to the table, and we welcome them.
Doc, you mentioned about the education aspect of it. I know the NHI is a very, very good program. I have spoke to some people who are on the program of the NHI. Are we seeing NHI coming to the north? I understand it has rolled out in Corozal, but I'm not sure to what extent. But how about Orange Walk?
Well, certainly I think some of it has been tested here in Orange Walk. People that go to the hospital, of course, have to submit all your information through your social security card and all these things. And yes, the benefits are there. However, I tell you what, this needs to be rolled out. But we have to bear in mind that NHI is a very expensive rendition. But this government is pushing hard to get this to all our people. NHI, the National Health Insurance, is something that benefits the wide cross-section of Belizeans where it is most necessary. We see places like, for example, in the Belize district, in Belize City, where this is being rolled, where people have the opportunity to be able to access medical services at reasonable prices, and in fact, many a times, almost at a giveaway rendition. So it's good, but it's something that's here. But likewise, I also mentioned, I met in walking this country, because if you remember, I made the cattle sweep project for the Ministry of for the Ministry of Agriculture. I met a lot of Belizeans throughout the length and breadth of this beautiful jewel, and I met a lot of people with diabetes. It's not so nice to perhaps see our Belizeans going through all the ailments that diabetes has. But speaking to an eloquent, eminent medical professional, He told me that, Omero, the problems we have with diabetes is of our own making, is of our own lifestyle. And so it's something that we have to look at it keenly, because these are some of the ailments that, burden the medical, department and the medical facilities that we have. And surely people like that are, they break my heart when I see them like that, because they really need that that dialysis. And it's something that we need to get to. So these machines are expensive, but we need to have them in country because these people are coming down with it. Therefore, we have to look at our children. What is it that they're consuming? If they're consuming the right diet. I mean, I was heartbroken the other day to have seen that, we're eating a lot of things that are not necessary, that are damaging to our health. Fast food, snacks and all these things that, don't help us very much. Whilst, we are not eating our fruits, our vegetables that are beautifully produced in our country. But it's a hard thing to perhaps teach many of our children on that direction. Yep. But I guess many of the schools, and in fact, our First Lady, Ms. Kim Simplice Barrow, was somebody that initiated a program whereby we need to start having proper nutrition in schools.
Doc, when you become a standard bearer or a candidate, people always ask for things. But these people are asking for something that is not too much, and I believe you can gather your resources together to adhere to their call. Same morning, would like the doc to help us with the at Ochobenke with the speed bump at the corner of Lyle Street.
Lyle Street, yes.
That's the one right there by Nueva Ola area.
Yes. All right. Well, what we can do, let me take a note of that, no? And let us talk to our area representative and see, let's try to push something like that if it's that necessary. I think not only a speed bump, I think we need some pedestrian ramps.
Right,
yep. Pedestrian ramp serves two purposes. It not only slows traffic down, but also it allows the smooth crossing of pedestrians from one side of the street to the other. So these are things that, they will be looking at, we'll be analyzing, and we'll bring it forward to our area representative, the Honorable Gaspar Vega, to see if this can be accomplished. And thank you very much for that suggestion, because I'll tell you what, we need to protect our pedestrians also.
Yep, Doc, it's time for us to go, but it has been a pleasure. Before I ask you to greet the constituent of Orange Walk North en español, así porque tenemos bastante gente allá que habla español también, ¿no? But what happened is, next week we'll be having a very busy week. We will be having the cancer support group. Next week they will be having the cancer walk. It will start from San Martin gas station. Hope to see you in that walk.
Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there.
And also we will have them on the show. We'll have Pastor Ann on her perspective when it comes to the Guatemala issue. She spoke this morning and she has her own views. We would like to have the audience to hear her views. We'll be having some Mr. Jones on the show next week. I had that indication from the manager, Mr. Maurice Kokom, that we have Mr. Jones on the show next week. So we will see how that played. But Doc, your message to the country of Belize and the people for Orange Walk North, we have a long weekend.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. What happened is that I wish to say Happy Teachers Day to all the teachers in the Joel and beyond our borders. It is your day. You are the backbone of education. And I tell you what, I know many of you have done the extra sacrifice of even dipping your hand in your pocket to be able to help those children that I'm sure will never forget you. I know teaching is not a job that will make you a millionaire, but the self-satisfaction behind it is more than $1 million. I've seen teachers. I personally have been a teacher. I taught in high school. And what is the satisfaction that I get from seeing those students that I met in first form and in high school in Muffles, and in fact in San Pedro High School and Belize City, is tantamount. I always feel grateful. And they do also. When they meet me, they're always shaking my hand and talking to me. But I tell you what, if anybody does not give you thank you, I tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, teachers, for all the work that you've done in this country. Across the line, Today is your day. Do enjoy. And to all the people from Orange Walk, North, and in fact, Orange Walk, all my paisanos from San Felipe and everywhere, do have a pleasant weekend. Cuídense mucho. Que les vaya bien. Maestros, pásenla bien. Es su día. De todo corazón les deseo lo mejor a todos ustedes porque ustedes son los que han contribuido grandemente al desarrollo de este país. Si hay alguien que no les da gracias, pues nosotros les damos gracias desde acá, desde el fondo de nuestro corazón, por el gran trabajo que han hecho. Señora Anita Mesh, el trabajo grande que está haciendo como maestra en San José y San Pablo, se lo agradecemos también. A la maestra Toledano en San Román y todas las maestras del kinder, a todos ustedes en las diferentes áreas, diferentes aldeas en el norte, tengan un feliz fin de semana. Cuídense mucho. Gracias.
We'd like to say a happy, wonderful, and great, blessed Teacher's Day going out to Mrs. Wilda Jones. This one comes to you from your husband, Dylan, who's wishing you the best, all the best for Teacher's Day. That's the teacher, Mrs. Wilda Jones. Good morning to you. Happy, happy Teacher's Day. Hope that you will enjoy your Teacher's Day today. And, you know, being positive, this one comes to you from your husband, Mr. Dylan Jones. Happy Teacher's Day to you. We need the doc number so we can text him out some ideas and start working with him as from now and making sure the North is for UDP once again.
Well, my number is 620-9513, 620-9513.
Doug, it has been a pleasure. If the good Lord so will, we will be back once again on Tuesday because Monday is a public and bank holiday. We remind one and all of the forward movements which comes up tomorrow, also the big horse race at the People's Stadium. The weatherman should be back on Tuesday because he's under the weather today. So the weatherman should be back on Tuesday. We'd like to thank Morris and Rahim, to Ms. Sanchez, who have been here this morning, to everybody who called, everybody who texted, everybody who watched the show. The show repeats tonight at 9 o'clock, also tomorrow from 10 until 12. My name is Robert Cheque Usher.
And I'm your shooting, Omero Novello.
And we wish you all the best for today, and thanks for tuning in once again.